I never believed in luck. But when I saw that ad, cabin near the woods, incredibly cheap, urgent sale, something in me twitched. It sounded too good to be true. A fully furnished country house in Maine for the price of a used car. Either a scam or something else. The pictures online looked normal, cozy even. Wooden porch, a fireplace, trees all around. The kind of place you go to disappear for a weekend, clear your mind. I didn't think twice. I signed papers, wired the money, and packed my things. When I arrived, the air was colder than I expected. The forest stretched endlessly, and the cabin stood right at the edge like it was leaning into the shadows. The silence was thick, unnatural. Even the birds didn't sing. Inside, the air was stale, untouched for years. I spent the whole afternoon cleaning. Dust, cobwebs, the faint smell of rot. The walls creaked like old bones, but I told myself it was just age, wind, wood. I tried to convince myself that the unease was in my head. By sunset, I was exhausted. I made a small fire, sat in front of it, and listened. That's when I noticed the sound wasn't coming from the fireplace, but underneath. A faint rhythmic thump, like breathing. I laughed it off at first. Houses make noise, old pipes, rodents, whatever. I wasn't about to let my imagination get the better of me. But the noise didn't stop. It followed me. Every room I entered, that slow, heavy rhythm was there, just at the edge of hearing. Night came fast. The forest outside swallowed the last light. I tried to sleep on the couch, but the silence pressed against my ears. And then, footsteps, upstairs, slow, deliberate. I froze. The boards creaked one by one, crossing the room above me. I didn't move, didn't breathe. And then, nothing. Hours later, curiosity won. I took my flashlight and went up. The air grew colder with each step. When I reached the top, the light flickered. I swear the walls moved, just a tremor, but I felt it. Like the whole house exhaled, the hallway was empty. Dust hung like smoke. I checked every room. Nothing. Then, as I turned back, I saw it. A hatch in the floor. The entrance to a basement I hadn't noticed before. The lock was rusted. When I touched it, it fell apart in my hand. A smell hit me. Wet earth, rot, metal. I shined my flashlight down, but the beam didn't reach the bottom. Just darkness. I should have left right then, but something, maybe curiosity, maybe something else, pulled me down. The stairs groaned beneath me. Every step felt deeper than the last. The air grew thick, damp, alive. When I reached the floor, I realized I wasn't in a basement. The walls were wrong, not wood, not stone. They looked organic. Veins ran through them, pulsing faintly. In the center of the room, a shape moved, small, twitching. I raised the light and froze. A hand, human, just a hand, pale and slick, crawling slowly across the dirt like it was searching for something. I stumbled back. My light shattered on the ground. Darkness swallowed me, and in that blackness, I heard a whisper, not from outside, from inside my head. You shouldn't have come. Something brushed against my leg, warm, wet, moving. I turned to run, but the stairs were gone. The wall where they'd been was now solid, pulsing faintly like flesh. The voice spoke again. You opened the door, now you stay. The ground beneath me shifted, my feet sank into it. Not soil, not wood, but something soft, breathing. It clung to me, pulled me down. I screamed, clawed at the walls, but they melted under my hands, oozing thick black fluid. When I finally broke free and crawled up, I wasn't in the basement anymore. I was back in the living room. Morning light filtered through the curtains. The fire was out. Everything looked normal, except the floor was wet with blood. I bolted for the door. It wouldn't move. The knob twisted, but the wood had fused together. Windows sealed. I tried breaking the glass. It felt like stone. The air grew heavier, as if the whole house was pressing down on me. Then I saw the mirror by the staircase. My reflection was wrong. My eyes were black, my skin pale and stretched, and behind me, a tall shadowed figure, featureless, breathing slowly. I turned. Nothing there. When I looked back, the reflection smiled. That's when I heard it again. The heartbeat, only louder. The floor trembled. The walls began to trip. The ceiling sagged. Something beneath me was moving. Alive? The board split open, and I fell. This time, I didn't hit the ground. The house caught me. It wasn't a house at all. It was a shell, a body, a living organism feeding on what wandered in. The heartbeat wasn't under the floor. It was the floor. It was the heart of the thing I was inside. The voice returned, everywhere at once. You're part of it now. I felt it crawling under my skin, replacing my veins, my bones, my breath. My body dissolved into it until there was no me, only the house. I don't remember how long I stayed in that darkness. Time doesn't move here, it pulses. But then, I felt footsteps again. Someone else, a car door, the crunch of gravel, a new owner. Through the walls, through the eyes that weren't mine anymore, I saw him. A young man, nervous, carrying a duffel bag. He looked around, smiled faintly. Cheap, he said, but it'll do. I felt hunger stir deep inside me. The heart began to beat faster. The house breathed in. He walked inside. I wanted to warn him. I really did. But there's no voice left in me. Only the whisper that comes from the walls. Welcome home. Because no one leaves this house. Not really. We all stay here, beneath the floor, behind the walls, watching, waiting. And every time the door opens again, we breathe.